Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Afrina Binti Rosli, and I'm from PHM 111382.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulfaqar Bin Abdullah. I'm from PHM 11382.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nadiah Binti Zaidy from PHM 111382.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Puteri Aisyah Binti Abdullah. My number metric card 2019646488.
So today I would like to talk about impact of tour boat ride towards environment and local people. So marine transportation, or known as water transportation, is one of the famous transportation among the tourists. Even though it is expensive, but it can give them an unforgettable memories. There's a lot of positive and negative impact that can be found from the boat ride. Impact that can be found from boat ride. It is happened because of tour boat have been highly demand, especially during a holiday season. Next is attraction for tourists. It is an attraction activity for tourists when they visit the place, such as Pulau Pangkor. They provide a tour boat for tourists and bring them tour around the island. For example, they will be using a river cruise or tourist tour boat. So next is 4 types of tour operators. Tour operators can be defined as a people who has the responsibility of putting the tour ingredients together, marketing it, making it reservation, and handling actual operation. Stated that tour operation undertake a district function in the tourism industry. They purchase separate elements of tourism products or services and combine them into a package tour which they sell directly or indirectly to the tourists. 4 types of tour operator, which is inbound tour operators, outbound tour operators, domestic tour operators, and ground tour operators. Inbound tour operators, also known as incoming tour operators, technically the operators who receive guests or client and handle agreement in the host country are called inbound tour operator. For example, a group of American tourists is coming through TCI to India, and the company makes arrangement and handle the group in India, then it is called an inbound tour operator. So next is outbound tour operators. Outbound tour operators who is promote tour for foreigners destination, maybe business tour or leisure tour. For example, a group American tourists going to a trip to Malaysia, and Thomas Cook handle agreement in America like ticket reservation, hotel booking, and many more. And then Thomas Cook is called as outbound tour operator. So next is domestic tour operator. Domestic tour operator are those who combine tourist components into an inclusive tour and sell it into the domestic traveller. In general, this tour operator provide travel service within the tourist native country. The domestic tour operators operate within the boundary of the home country and offer package tour to the travellers, domestic, inclusive tour, or independent tour. Last is ground operator. These are commonly known as handling agencies, and their main function is to organize tour agreement for incoming tourists on the behalf of overseas operators. For example, the case of Malaysia as a destination that has a variety of culture. When a tour operator himself promote beach holidays, wildlife holidays, adventure tour, heritage tour at the different places, the difficult is the ground operator who handling the incoming travelers in the same season but at the different place.
Today, I will explain about the impact of tourist boat towards environment. There are a lot of impact of tourist boat towards environment, but I will only explain 4 of them. First one is noise pollution. Noise pollution that produced through the boat engine will cause the marine life to flee and leave their valuable habitats, either because of the direct impact or because they have to follow their fleeing prey. Noise pollution has a very serious effect because it interferes with meeting wildlife, looking for food, and nursing young, in addition to the several consequences on populations that are already weakened by other environmental effects. Other than that, deposit left from boat can change the water, spill of oil, cleaning solution, and other chemical used for boat will also endanger organisms in the water. This is because the chemical that have been used has zinc and copper, or the chemical that they use for the boat will make the environment overly alkaline or acidic. This chemical change will cause organisms to be destroyed. Chemical change will also encourage algae growth. When too many algae grow on the surface of the water, sunlight will not be able to penetrate into the water column, and an increased pH in the water, which in turn causes plant growth to decrease, and therefore a decrease in dissolved oxygen level in the deeper layer. The balance in the water changes more as the aerobic bacteria in the soil began to die, and the degradation of nutrient is taken overly by anaerobic bacteria, causing deterioration of water quality and eventually the death of large fish. The last one is boat anchor also have negative impact towards the environment. When the boat anchor reach the land, it will destroy the coral in the water. That's all from me. Thank you.
I will explain about impact of tourist boat towards local community. Tourism industry development will have an impact on economic growth, preservation of natural resources, social and cultural life of the local communities. There are 5 impacts towards the local community. The first one is culture shock. The second one is business competition. The third one is employment opportunity. The fourth one is change the lifestyle of the local community. And the last one is generate local income. Culture shock. Due to the existence of a tourism development, the local community will suffer from culture shock, especially because of the influx of people or tourists who come to the tourist center. In addition, the culture shock is also caused by modern development in line with the changing environment. Of course, when we are in the harbour area, we plan a trip to board the tourist boat. It is not uncommon for us to see boat tours in tourist areas such as Langkawi Island. Before the arrival of modern ships, it was possible that people living there are used to seeing fishing boat or canoe. So, they will be surprised to see the change that took place in their area at the time. Now, it is no stranger to locals when there are a lot of tour boats in their area. This is because they have grown used to the local situation from day to day. The second point is business competition. When there is a boat tour in the area, there might be a business rivalry between locals to promote their boat tour package. If we look at the jetty for a boat ride, there are a lot of counters that offer tourist ticket. This will make the company rivalry as best they can for those who work there to support their boat tours. Therefore, the matter will make the community difficult to get benefit from the business. Next point is employment opportunity. If the place has become a tourist center, the locals will be able to benefit from it as they get jobs. When a tourist spot is built, a tour operator will be appointed to find employees who will work. It will be easier for locals to work there because they are close to where they live, and indirectly they can advertise their place because they are used to the place. When a boat tour takes place, there will be people who will be assigned to bring the boat and also people who will take care of the ticket counter for the boat tour. This will offer locals a strong chance to get permanent employment. The fourth point is change the lifestyle of the local community. If locals used to be fishermen, they get irregular sea produce every day and their jobs are often risky as compared to when they were tour operators for boat tour companies. After locals work as boat operators, they will be earn a fixed salary to support themselves and their families on a monthly basis compared to when they become a fisherman. Their income will depend on the sea produce they earn on a daily basis. This has shown that locals have changed their way of life from fishermen to tour operators in tour boat companies. The last point is generate local income. How locals can generate their income as their place becomes a popular tourist destination for boat tours is by opening a souvenir shop at the tour boat jetty so that tourists can buy souvenirs from the tourist place as memories before they return. This could raise the income of local citizens. Next, they should also open restaurants around the tour boat jetty and also have floating restaurant on a boat in the middle of river so that tourists who feel hungry can buy and eat food in their restaurant. Restaurant vendor will purchase seafood from fishermen so that fishermen will also be able to produce their income. All of this will generate income for locals. Thank you.
Minimize the impacts of tourist boat towards the environment. First, reduce energy consumption. Use less energy means more savings. Cutting back on the use of energy is a must for any sustainable tourism development strategy. Tourist activities like boat rides use the huge amount of energy. To reduce energy consumption, use solar panels are a great way in becoming more environmentally conscious. Solar panels can't power everything on a cruise ship. However, they can make a dent in the power consumption of these lines. Solar panels can light the entertainment areas and even rooms for guests. When adding solar panels to a cruise ship, the power that produced help cut down on the overall carbon dioxide emission of the ship. Second is reduce plastic usage. Plastic is vital to reduce because there is solid waste, which is more problematic pile up of plastic than threaten marine animals and seabirds who often die as a result. If we can see now, many marine animals die because of swallow plastic such as plastic bottle, straw, and shopping plastic bag. To reduce some plastic usage, someone should bring their refillable water bottle using reusable straw, reusable utensil, and reusable shopping bag for onshore shopping. Third, not threaten marine wildlife. To ensure minimize the disturbance of the animal as much as possible, we have to put together a set of good practice. Applying them will lead to more responsible and safe tourism. Some species of marine wildlife are frequently seen in some areas and can be easily spotted from a vessel. However, they are easily disturbed if not careful. When approaching wild animals, moving quickly or being too noisy can disturb them and change their natural behavior, as well as scaring them off, resulting in an unsuccessful trip. So, the boat driver needs to slow the speed and maintain steady course when approaching areas frequented by animals, avoid traveling at high speed and quick change of direction. Animals that are easy to spot from vessels usually spend a great amount of time on the surface, making them highly vulnerable to the vessel engine and speed. Watch out when moving in areas they are frequently found in. Besides that, avoid approach closer than 100 meters and do not approach animals closer than this distance, and keeping 200 meters away if they are in resting position or with their calf. Respect the safe distance established for the animal protection. Let them approach you and not the other way around. How tour operators can improve local society or community through boat activities. First, hire local workers. The tour operators can hire local people to be a local guide in the boat activities. It can be easier to tour operators because the local people know more knowledge about areas, has history, wildlife, biology, botany, and culture about that place. Tour operators may require guide training programs to local birds because guide quality is often ranked by tourists as the most important feature of a nature tour. Tour operator can pay salary of local people with fare. For example, most of the tour boats at Langkawi are from the local people. Second is tour operator can invest in the area business operator. In boat activities, they are provide some activities such as snorkeling and diving. In this business, a local community can afford provide these activities because need more capital and equipment. So a tour operator can invest in the business of local society such as equipment for boat, snorkeling and diving. A local community will get more benefit from boat activities because their income will more increase. Besides that, the place of the community will get the benefit too because the local community will have more tourists that want to explore the marine, and tourists need to take a boat to the sea. When tour operators have an investment to a business local society, tour operator can have profit sharing arrangement between tourism and local society. Last is tour operators make package to help local society. Tour operator rent the boat from local people and make a package such as island hopping. Tour operators will be looking for tourists to purchase their package. Each package made, the boat driver will be paid from each of the passengers. In this case, the tour operator will negotiate the price in advance with the boat driver. Every negotiation made will give fair benefits to both parties. Thank you.
So for the conclusion is, even though there are a lot of negative impact of tour boat towards the environment, but it is also have a positive impact towards the local people. However, we still need to responsible to watch the environment so that it won't destroyed by the human being.